Welcome back to Smart Dollar Mindset, the channel dedicated to helping you achieve financial freedom with smart money habits and investing. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful yet often overlooked topics in wealth building: how to reprogram your brain for financial success. Now, this may sound abstract or even a little out there, but the truth is, your brain is like a supercomputer, and the way it's wired directly impacts your financial results. If you grew up hearing things like money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, or we can't afford that, then chances are, your subconscious programming about money is limiting your ability to build wealth. The good news is, just like a computer, you can update your programming. You can literally rewire the way your brain thinks about money, wealth, and success, and when you do, your decisions, habits, and outcomes start to change in ways you never thought possible. So stick with me, because in this video we're going to explore step by step how to identify the money programming you've inherited, how to break free from it, and how to consciously reprogram your brain for wealth. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tools and strategies to completely shift your financial trajectory, no matter where you're starting from. The first step in reprogramming your brain for wealth is awareness. You cannot change what you are not aware of. Most of our beliefs about money are formed during childhood, not from actual financial experiences but from observing how the adults around us handled money. If your parents argued about bills, you might have absorbed the belief that money causes conflict. If you saw them stressed every payday, you may have unconsciously linked money with anxiety. These beliefs often operate on a subconscious level, meaning you might not even realize they're shaping your decisions. For example, someone who believes rich people are greedy may unconsciously sabotage opportunities to earn more money because deep down, they don't want to become what they've been taught to dislike. To start, take time to reflect on your own money story. What phrases did you hear growing up? What financial patterns run in your family? Write them down. Awareness is the foundation because once you see the program, you can change it. Once you become aware of limiting beliefs, the second step is rewriting them. Think of it like deleting old software and installing a new system. Instead of repeating "I'm bad with money" or "I'll never get ahead," you need to consciously choose new, empowering beliefs. This is where affirmations and visualization come into play. But I'm not talking about repeating empty words without meaning. I'm talking about statements you choose, backed with emotion, that begin to reshape your subconscious. For instance, replacing "I can't save" with "Every dollar I save brings me closer to freedom." Or instead of "investing is too risky," try "investing wisely grows my wealth and secures my future." Visualization is equally powerful. Your brain cannot fully distinguish between a vividly imagined scenario and reality. Athletes use this all the time. They mentally rehearse winning before they step into the game, and their bodies follow. You can do the same with money. Picture yourself logging into your investment account and seeing it grow. Imagine the feeling of paying off your debts, walking into your dream home, or retiring early because of smart financial decisions. The more you rehearse these mental images, the more your brain begins to believe and work toward them. The third step is exposure. You must surround yourself with new influences that align with the wealthy mindset you're building. If your entire social circle is living paycheck to paycheck, complaining about money, and avoiding financial growth, then you will naturally mirror those behaviors. But when you intentionally expose yourself to wealth-oriented environments, whether through mentors, books, podcasts, or communities, your brain starts normalizing abundance. For example, if you spend an hour every day listening to financial education podcasts, reading about investing, or watching content like this, you're literally feeding your brain new programming. Over time, this becomes your new normal, and the old scarcity mindset begins to fade. Real-life example: many self-made millionaires attribute their success to finding mentors and surrounding themselves with people who were already where they wanted to be. Proximity is power. By simply being around wealth-conscious people, you pick up their language, their thought patterns, and their habits. The fourth step is taking aligned action. This is where many people struggle. They get motivated, they change their mindset for a week, but then they never follow through with action. Reprogramming your brain isn't just about thinking differently, it's about proving to yourself that your new beliefs are true through consistent action. If you've been telling yourself "I'm terrible at saving," then start small. Save $50 and prove to yourself that you can. If you've believed "I'll never understand investing," open a brokerage account and invest in a simple index fund. Each small win reinforces the new belief and weakens the old one. Think of your brain like a muscle. Repetition strengthens it. Every time you act in alignment with your wealthy mindset, you're building neural pathways that make those actions more natural and automatic. Over time, You don't have to force yourself to save or invest, it becomes who you are. The fifth step is breaking the cycle of instant gratification. One of the biggest reasons people fail financially is because the brain is wired to prioritize immediate rewards over long-term benefits. Psychologists call this present bias. It's why people choose a shopping spree today over financial security tomorrow. Reprogramming your brain for wealth means retraining it to value long-term gains more than short-term pleasures. One practical way to do this is through the wait 24 hours rule. Anytime you feel the urge to make a big purchase, wait 24 hours before acting. This small pause allows your rational brain to override your impulsive brain. Another strategy is to create visible reminders of your goals. If you're saving for a down payment, put a picture of your dream home where you'll see it every day. When the temptation to overspend hits, your brain will be reminded of the bigger reward you're working toward. Real-world example. Warren Buffett once said that the difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. The ability to delay gratification and stay focused is one of the strongest indicators of future wealth. The sixth step is to embrace failure as part of the process. Too many people get stuck because they view mistakes as proof that they're not capable. But the wealthy view mistakes as lessons. When you make a bad financial decision, whether it's a poor investment, overspending, or falling into debt, the key is to learn from it, not to repeat it. Neuroscience shows that our brains actually grow stronger through failure, as long as we analyze what went wrong and adjust. This concept is known as neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself through new experiences. By reframing failure as feedback, you train your brain to keep moving forward rather than shutting down. The seventh step is gratitude and abundance thinking. This might sound soft compared to investing or budgeting, but it's actually critical. When you constantly focus on what you lack, your brain stays in scarcity mode. But when you practice gratitude, you shift into abundance mode, which opens you to opportunities and better decision making. For example, instead of saying "I never have enough," shift to "I'm grateful for what I have and excited to grow more." This simple shift changes your brain chemistry. Studies show that gratitude increases dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals in the brain, making you more optimistic and resilient. And when you're in that state, you're more likely to take the kinds of actions that create wealth. The final step in reprogramming your brain for wealth is consistency. You cannot change years of conditioning in a single day or even a single month. This is a lifelong process. Just as going to the gym once won't make you fit, repeating affirmations or saving once won't change your financial destiny. It's about building consistent habits and reinforcing them over time until they become automatic. Final thoughts. So, how do you reprogram your brain for wealth? You begin by becoming aware of the beliefs you've inherited. You consciously rewrite those beliefs with new, empowering ones. You expose yourself to wealth-minded influences, you take aligned action, you train your brain to delay gratification, you embrace failure as feedback, you practice gratitude, and above all, you stay consistent. This is not about quick fixes or get-rich-quick schemes. It's about building a wealthy mindset that leads to wealthy behaviors, which ultimately lead to wealthy results. And the best part? Anyone can do this. You don't need to come from money. You don't need a high income. What you need is the willingness to shift your mindset and the discipline to follow through. Imagine a year from now if you started today. Imagine how different your finances, your habits, and your outlook on life could be. Reprogramming your brain for wealth is the first step toward transforming not just your bank account, but your entire future. Thank you for watching Smart Dollar Mindset. If this video resonated with you, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this with someone who needs it. Our mission here is to help you achieve financial freedom with smart money habits and investing, and every video we create is designed to move you closer to that goal. Stay consistent, stay focused, and remember, you have the power to rewrite your financial story starting today.